Come with me to a place of wondrous contradictions. A place that is silent and unstirring, yet restless and alive. A place of untold peace and boundless dread. Come with me into the very cradle of darkness, where those who dwell alone.
Mr. Terrell? I thought you left for the night. Sir, what's wrong? Are you all right?
Follow me. I'll show you where I hid her body.
Sir, I don't understand. Mr. Terrell? Mr. Terrell? Mr. Terrell!
Morning, sweetheart.
Brian, you look exhausted. What time did you stop working last night?
Later than I should have, as usual. Had to finalize the plans on the fundraiser.
So what else is new?
I'm afraid you married a workaholic, darling.
But honey, that's what I love about you. I mean, how many women share their lives with a CEO who makes time for every charity in town?
Cynthia, something happened last night. Something I can't explain. I was sitting at my desk writing a proposal, and suddenly everything just stopped.
Stopped? I don't understand.
Neither do I. All I know is one moment I was working, then everything went black.
Oh, honey, I told you to stop pushing yourself so hard. I'm gonna call Dr. Elliott right now.
No, I don't have time for that. Whatever it was, I'm sure it won't happen again.
Oh, excuse me, I hope I'm not interrupting. Your maid let me in. Detective Block, 7th Precinct. If you don't mind, Mr. Terrell, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
About what?
Woman named Marlene Goodwin?
Who?
Receptionist at your corporate headquarters? About 5'4", brunette, 27 years old.
Sorry, Detective, I've got 700 employees. Hard as I try, I can't remember all their names.
What seems to be the problem?
Miss Goodwin was reported missing last night. She was working late at Terrellco, but when her roommate called her office, she didn't answer. And yet this morning, her car was still at the company garage.
Excuse me, Detective, but I still don't understand how I can help you.
Mr. Terrell, where were you at 1 o'clock this morning? 1:18 to be exact.
Well, he was with me, of course. I mean, where else would he be?
Well, according to the security guard, you showed up at your company headquarters.
That's impossible. I never left this house all night.
We've got a sworn statement from the guard. He claims not only were you there, but you mentioned something about a hidden body. A woman's body.
Oh, all the crazy, absurd.
Honey, please. Look. I've got several very expensive security monitors on that floor. If you play back the surveillance tapes, you'll believe me when I tell you that I was nowhere near that building.
Well, thanks for your time. I'm sure we'll find a logical explanation for this. After all, how could a person be in two places at once?
You've got the factory reports coming in at 10, the church renovation meeting at 10:30. Oh, and your wife called. Said she's adding Councilman Swain to the guest list this weekend. And Frank Bluthorn called from the West Side office. He cleared his schedule for the 11 o'clock conference call you asked for.
Conference call? What conference call?
He said it was concerning the emergency audit.
Is he out of his mind? Who authorized an audit?
According to Mr. Bluthorn, you did. He said you called him in the middle of the night.
The hell I did. You get Bluthorn on the phone right now.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid he's in a breakfast meeting.
I don't care where he is. Just keep calling till you get him.
Yes, sir.
Charlie, thank God you're finally here.
Sorry, Brian, my flight was delayed. It's safe to talk? Where is she?
No. Don't open it.
Brian, you can't just leave her here.
Don't you think I know that? Why do you think I called you?
Let your kid brother clean this up for you. I know how to handle these things.
Marlene was always high-strung. When I told her it was over, she got hysterical, threatened to ruin my marriage, my life. I just lost my head.
It's okay, Brian. Come by tonight, and I'll take care of it.
How?
Yeah, you don't want to know. I'm not going to let you lose everything you work for over one mistake. You're a decent man, Brian. You're as decent as they come.
I'm scared, Charlie. A detective says I came here last night and told the security guard where I hid the body.
Come on. You wouldn't do anything that stupid.
Of course not. But then how does he know there was a body?
What's with the static?
Beats me. The minute he showed up, the thing went haywire.
Pretty convenient. Just when you claim you saw Terrell.
Look, I've been working here for 19 years. Think I don't know what the guy looks like?
I want to see the rest of yesterday's tapes. All of them.
I have something to tell you. Something terrible.
And since Mr. Tyrell brought this matter to my attention, several anomalies in the contribution figures have already surfaced. I have to hand it to you, Brian. If it wasn't for your call in the middle of the night, it's likely these discrepancies would have gone completely unnoticed. So how about it, Brian? Any idea about what's going on here?
Mr. Terrell, are you okay?
Terrell?
What were you saying, Frank?
There you are, Terrell. I was wondering where you went.
What are you doing here? This is a private meeting.
Don't play games with me. I don't like to be teased.
I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
That's funny, considering 5 minutes ago you were confessing to murder one. But, sir, he came right up to me, confessed to my face. Yes, sir, I understand, but whatever you say. You're a lucky man, Terrell. Or maybe just powerful enough to dodge a bullet. For the time being.
Luck had nothing to do with it, Block. I had a room full of witnesses to vouch for my being here.
I don't give a damn what your flunkies say. You confessed to me.
This is insane. This is totally insane.
You can tell that to a jury before they sentence you. In the meantime, I'm gonna get a warrant and search every inch of this building till I find out where you stashed the body.
I'm telling you, Block. I never set foot out of this room.
Well, then it's simple. Either you're lying through your teeth, or your guilty conscience is taking a stroll without your permission.
Brian. What's wrong? Snap out of it!
Charlie.
Welcome back. I thought I lost you there for a second.
My God. How long was I out?
I don't know, a few seconds. Why?
That cop was right. That's when it's happening. All these blackouts.
Bri, what are you jabbering about?
Charlie, do you believe a man's conscience could be so burdened with guilt that it could actually take on a life of its own?
I believe that you're under a lot of stress. Once we get that body out of there.
Charlie, don't you get it? Every time I black out, I'm confessing my sins to someone. And not just about Marlene. I even told the Westside CFO to audit my books. They're going to find out everything.
Everything about what, Bri?
I did a little ballet with the books.
Embezzled?
I know you've always looked up to me, Charlie, but look at me now. I'm a murderer, a thief. It's almost like some part of me is leaving my body and broadcasting my sins to the whole world.
Hey, what you talking about? It's cookies and milk next to the things I've done. Just for the record, I never stopped looking up to you. Bri, go home and get some rest. Take a load off your mind. Tonight, I'll get rid of the body for you. It'll be like nothing ever happened.
Hello, you've reached the Terrell residence. Please leave a message at the sound of the tone.
Brian, it's Bluthorn. Turns out you were right about the password to that discretionary account. We're tracing the source as we speak, and if all goes well, we should know who our embezzler is in the next 24 hours.
I got your message, Terrell. Look, I don't know what you're trying to pull, but this lead you handed me isn't going to throw me off the scent. No way, no how.
Cynthia, there's something I have to tell you. Something terrible.
Terrible is an understatement. All these years, I thought you were a decent, loving husband. And then you call with this bombshell?
What bombshell? What did I say?
20 years you live with a man. And you think you know him. Really know him. And then one day you find out you never really knew him at all.
Damn it, Cynthia, what did I tell you?
Confessing to the world that you're an adulterer may make you feel better, but it's doing nothing for me.
Is that all I said?
You mean there's more?
Cynthia.
I don't want to hear it.
Your maid let me in again. She's very accommodating. Just like her employer.
What are you doing here, Block? I thought I told you.
Oh, you told me, all right. You came in loud and clear over the phone. Despite my doubts, it turns out you were right on the money about your brother.
Charlie?
What's this about, Brian? What's he talking about?
Well, thanks to your husband, we just arrested Charles Terrell and two of his cohorts burying Marlene Goodwin's body at a construction site on Wilmont Place.
Oh.
Ratting out your own brother. Yes, sirree, Terrell. You sure are a man of conscience.
I just got off the phone with my lawyer. He's doing everything he can to bail you out. Charlie, if I knew it was going to turn out like this.
Look, I'm the one who blew it, Bri. We're just about home free. Cops came out of nowhere and caught us red-handed.
Charlie, if there's anything I can do, anything at all.
A month of Bermuda wouldn't hurt. But I'd settle for a different cop on my back. This Block guy's playing hardball like you wouldn't believe. He's trying to make me drop a dime on you.
What?
Want to hear something funny? He's even trying to make me believe that you actually snitched on me.
This is all my fault.
Don't blame yourself, Bri. Look, all our lives we've looked out for each other. There's no way in the world they're gonna make me roll over my brother. I gotta go.
please, no.
Well, if it isn't the great Mr. Terrell. Loving husband, civic leader, not to mention embezzler of charity funds.
What?
Seems you did some confessing again last night. This time to a guy named Bluthorn who called us this morning about that 200 grand you lifted from a certain discretionary account. Look, let's cut to the chase. We're willing to make a deal. We'll even drop the grand theft charges. All you have to do is confess to that murder you pinned on your brother.
Get out. Get out of my office.
Do yourself a favor. That walking conscience of yours is crying out for absolution.
I said get out.
It's over, Terrell. There's nowhere to run. No matter where you go, that little voice inside you will never shut up. It's up to you, Terrell. My offer expires this afternoon.
Cynthia! Cynthia!
Thank you for telling me everything. I don't know why you did. Perhaps it was to save Charlie, or to help me get away before you murder me like you did your mistress. Either way, I've done what you asked me to. I've taken the tape of everything you told me to the police. Goodbye, Brian.
Charlie.
I made bail, Bri. Came by to thank you personally. Visiting me in jail, it was a nice touch.
Charlie, I wanted to come. I really did.
You came all right. And you talked, boy, did you ever.
No, Charlie,
It
no.
wasn't enough that you set me up and sicked the cops on me, no. You had to rub my nose in it and tell me to patsy I've been all these years.
Charlie, it's not true.
Isn't it? Bri, I'd have done anything for you, anything. But to you, I was just a scapegoat, an alibi. This is we were kids. Why, Brian? Why'd you wait so long to tell me?
Charlie, I'm sorry.
I know. So am I.
Thank you.
A guilty conscience needs no accuser, while a quiet conscience sleeps in thunder. For Brian Tyrell, the question of conscience has finally been put to rest.